We have been extremely busy. Well, since day one, really, since I've been on board, it's just been really, really crazy, really busy. Momentum is absolutely crazy. I say that word crazy a lot because it's getting crazy. Um, but yeah, we got a lot of exciting things happening this coming weekend. I'm going to really stress upon that if you have contacts or if you know people who know people in South Africa, specifically around the Johannesburg area, got to get them to this event. It's free for them to listen and see what we have our hands on. And they need to hear how it has changed a lot of people's lives. I know Alex in Australia has a phenomenal testimonial with her just being recently in Thrive not too long ago, making a great income so far. And it's just the beginning for that team. I'm making really great money, but it's not just about the money. It's the fact that people are making money and feeling really, really excited about that, because there's some people that have joined Thrive that have been burnt before in other companies or have never made a dime in their whole entire industry, and they come here within 48 to 72 hours, even a week, let's say, and they're making their first couple $100 or $300. I'll give you a short testimonial from an individual that I signed up just recently. Hasn't done anything with the business just because he's solely focusing on learning the system, which is okay to do. But he woke up this morning and he had just nearly $300, maybe a little over $300 in his back office. And I've never heard a grown man so excited before with just, $300. Obviously, that meant a lot to him. It made his confidence level go up. It made him believe in himself that this industry works. And it also made him realize how powerful this platform that we have here. I'm not going to keep diving into it because I don't want to take Willie's thunder away from him, because he does an absolutely phenomenal job explaining what the system that we have, the service, the products, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll let him, go ahead and do that. But before I do, I want to introduce him for those that don't know him. And I'm sure a majority of you that are on this line tonight do know him. But if you don't, Willie's from South Africa. He's our corporate trainer, an absolutely rock star, is always available when needed. And if you can't get a hold of him, he will respond back within 24 to 48 hours. The guy is just extremely humble. I've done business with Willie in the past, built some serious organizations, made a lot of money with Willie. And also, we failed together. And I think it's important for people to understand that, we do fail in business, and that's just part of business. But one thing that I like about Willie and that really got me involved in this was his mindset and his determination to never give up. And to me, that means more than anything in the world. When someone is alongside you that has the power of not throwing in the towel, that's the individual that you want to lock arms with. That is the culture that you want to be involved in, because it holds you accountable. It just makes you in a different – it just puts you in a different mindset on achieving and getting the goals that you want in life. And when Willie presented this to me about 5 weeks ago, I had no idea what Bitcoin was. I had no idea what services and adders. I didn't know anything about that. All I knew is that I trust Willie, and I trust the fact when he says, Scott, get in and learn later. And I did, and I'm still learning. But the best part is I'm earning while I'm learning. And I think that speaks volumes with the system and the platform that we have. But Willie's been involved in the industry for 20 plus years. He knows the do's and don'ts about what works and what doesn't work. So when he says something that works and it'll change your life, he doesn't say that to impress you. He says that to tell you it will. It will. It's changed mine, and a lot of people that are involved in Thrive International has also changed lives too. Willie has a phenomenal testimony about an individual that just purely invested in the business, and what the type of income that she's been able to receive is just absolutely mind-boggling. And I'll let him share that story with you guys. But without further ado, we got to get this party started. We got a lot to cover, a lot of exciting things happening right now in this company. So without further ado, Mr. Willie Breedt, take the floor away. It's all yours.
Thank you for that introduction, Scott. And yes, exciting things. You know, on a daily basis, we're just seeing people from all over the world contacting us and asking us about Thrive International. People are taking notice, and it's because people are making money in Thrive. That's the only reason why people would notice us. And that's the bottom line is people can get involved in businesses all over the world, but if they don't get paid, the interest is going to go away very quickly. And with Thrive International, people are getting paid in a major way. I mean, we just saw it this week with the amount that's been paid out is absolutely phenomenal. And that's just the beginning. That's what people need to understand. That's just the beginning. Bigger things are about to happen with our launch this weekend in Johannesburg. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Like Scott said, if you're in or around Johannesburg, I mean, I've got people driving from about 10-hour drive away from Johannesburg to be here on Saturday. And that's commitment. Those people will be successful in this business because they know how important this event is going to be. And we're launching the app on Saturday, and it's just going to be an amazing event. We've got nice prizes that we are giving away. James is going to share the vision and everything that we're going into in the next few weeks. And if you're in and around Johannesburg, you have to be here. Book your ticket. The tickets are free. The link is shared on the group on a daily basis. So go and book that ticket. I'm telling you that there's not a lot of tickets left. I checked this afternoon. The bookings are crazy. So you have to go and book your ticket as soon as you can. So let me share my screen. We can get right into the presentation. Wow, and what a 24 hours we had. What a 24 hours we had in the Bitcoin world. I mean, we went to sleep last night at a price of just around $2,000 and waking up this morning with a price of over $2,300 a Bitcoin. That's crazy. That's just insane. But you know, earning in Bitcoin, it's like getting a raise every single day. It's like waking up for Christmas every single day, opening those presents, and that's what we've got in Bitcoin. And that's what people need to understand. They have to get involved in Bitcoin. Even though the Bitcoin price has gone up, every day is the best day to get involved in Bitcoin because we know that Bitcoin is projected to go to $4,000 by the end of this year and $10,000 by the end of next. So if you bought Bitcoin in 2009 and you spent $800 at that stage on Bitcoin, you would have bought 1,047 Bitcoins at that stage. And if you sold them, and I mean, it's a lot more today, if you sold them today, you would have far over $2 million in the bank. And that's big. And that's the opportunity that we've got in Bitcoin. And you need to understand that people globally are opening themselves up to the Bitcoin opportunity because they know that this is the future. This is the global currency that people have been waiting for, that people now see is the way forward. So you have to get involved in Bitcoin. Any business starts with an idea, and Facebook was no different. Mark Zuckerberg invited 5 friends to come and see what this idea was all about. Only 2 of them showed up, and they're both multi-billionaires today. And you can just imagine what the 3 guys feel like that didn't show up, because opportunity comes by once in your lifetime. And when that opportunity knocks at your door, you need to open that door and embrace it with both arms. And that's what you've got with Thrive International. Thrive International is not just knocking on your door, but banging on your door, and you need to open that door and embrace this opportunity. So what is Thrive International all about? We have a fully automated online advertising and e-commerce crypto company. And we offer businesses and individuals the opportunity to advertise and sell their products and services to a global Bitcoin community. That means that people that advertise within the Thrive platform will be able to sell their products and services to a new market, a global Bitcoin market. And then, of course, members will have the opportunity of recurring profit share in the advertising revenue generated by Thrive International. Now, what does that mean? You need to take a moment to understand this. Now, we're looking at Facebook as a company. Their business is advertising, but who makes the profits? Only those three guys. And now we've got a platform where the company is saying, you do what you do normally, but by referring and sharing this opportunity with people, we will give you part of our profits in the advertising revenue. And that's absolutely amazing. So you can see through our platform in Thrive International that we are connecting people globally, we're connecting businesses globally, and we're growing communities. And that's what it's all about. Now, what's our mission in Thrive? And this is the heartbeat of Thrive, is to donate $1 billion to various projects and organizations around the world and make a genuine difference in raising the standard of humanity. Now, this is our CEO and founder, James Francis, and through his experience in the industry, his more than 10 years experience in the industry, there's certain things that he wanted from a business and a platform. And there's three major things that we can lift out. The first one was something that we call an authorship. Now, anybody that's been involved in other businesses with authorships will understand what a killer this can be to your team, because people having to pay excessive fees every single month for an authorship or a monthly membership has a major effect on the growth within your team. And you only have a retention rate of 10 to 20%. That means that you have to find new people every single month, 80 to 90% new people every single month in your team, just to maintain the same volume. And that becomes an impossible task. Now, in Thrive International, that was the first thing that James addressed by saying that we're paying once off. There's no monthly memberships, no monthly recurring fees. It's a once-off payment for buying your ad share or your ad share package. Then the second thing was sustainability. And as we go through the presentation, you'll understand where the sustainability comes from. But sustainability was extremely important because we want a business that's going to be around for years and years and years to come. And that's what James has generated within this platform. And then, of course, the final thing was that he wanted a payment system where every single person all over the world has got access to their commissions immediately and the ability to withdraw their profits and their commissions. And that's what we've got with Bitcoin and the blockchain technology. So you can see that we are expanding globally at a rapid rate. There's actually a few flags that need to be added to this to the slide, but and that's the beauty of Thrive, is we can move into every single country all over the world, and people are seeing this opportunity, and we're just expanding at a rapid rate. We've got our global team of leaders going already, and there's some more pictures that I have to add here in the next few days. But we've got an amazing team in Nigeria going, doing an amazing job, getting people on board, getting people educated about Bitcoins. That's a difficult task, but they're getting it done, and they're getting everything into place, and led by Simon Atta of Nigeria. and that team is expanding rapidly. And then, of course, we've got the two Pauls in Uganda. They're doing an amazing job. They are extremely excited. Um, you will see the testimonies and everything of all these people really soon. And then, of course, the team in South Africa doing an awesome job in Beskosana, Clinton Marks, Johan van Wyk, Sue Allen, Zakele Mkize, all of them exceptional people and exceptional leaders because they're building a team and changing lives already. And then, of course, we've got Liz Moulton, our lady that's behind the scenes, busy working on the administration, all our queries that she has to sort out and doing an amazing job. And then, of course, the two gentlemen there in the USA, Raymond Lara, he recently started and he's exceptionally excited. He's talking to people on a daily basis, connecting with people all over the world, and really stepping up as a leader. And then, of course, Scott Smith, that needs no introduction. I mean, he's got a heart for people. He just wants to see people be financially free and people actually achieving something for once in their life. And then, of course, those two exceptional ladies in Australia doing an extremely awesome job of getting Thrive going in Australia. And I mean, what those ladies have got planned, hold on to your hat. And then, of course, Richard, that young guy of Canada, he put up both hands and said, I'm here, I want to build this company and be really successful. And we will be adding more and more people along the way. Now, before I get into the packages, it's important to understand how you're going to build your network in Thrive International. And that is with a force matrix. Now, ours is a 2x2 force matrix, and that means underneath your position, you've got 2 open positions on your level 1. Then on your level 2, you've got 4 open positions. On your level 3, you've got 8. On your level 4, you have 16, and then it's 32 and 64, and it carries on like that. But the major thing here is that each and every one of those open positions is filled up by an ad share and not a person. And that makes a huge difference. And that's why I call this a matrix on steroids, because it builds extremely fast. Not only do we have multiple ad shares coming into the structure, but we also have auto ad shares coming into the structure. And I'll explain auto ad shares in a moment. But if you look at a blue tanzanite with 112 ad shares, that's one person, but he fills up 112 spots in your matrix immediately. And that's the same as going and having to go and find 112 different people. But now one person fills up all of those positions, and you can imagine how fast the growth takes place. So let's look at the first pack. That's a bronze pack with 1 ad share. Comes at a once-off payment of 0.08 Bitcoins. That's just over $200. And you can generate a profit of 6.2 Bitcoins in one complete cycle. And I'll explain the cycle in a moment. But one thing that's really, really important to understand is if you had to go and buy 6 Bitcoins today, it would probably cost you around $13,000. And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a lot of people to be able to take out and get involved in Bitcoin in a big enough way to earn enough profits. But now, through Thrive International, with a small investment of 0.08 Bitcoins, once off just over $200, you can generate a total profit per cycle of 6.2 Bitcoins. Now, that's huge. That's $13,000 generated with just a small investment, once-off investment of 0.08. Now, obviously, we've got different packages. And if you take a yellow tanzanite pack with 4 ad shares, it comes at a once-off cost of 0.3 Bitcoins. That will give you a total profit of 24.8 Bitcoins. That's obviously 4 ad shares multiplied by 6.2. That will give you the 24.8 Bitcoins. Then we've got a green Tanzanite with 7 ad shares, once-off payment of 0.5 Bitcoins. Pink Tanzanite, 14 ad shares, once-off payment of 1 Bitcoin. Black Tanzanite with 28 ad shares, once-off payment of 2 Bitcoins. Purple Tanzanite with 56 ad shares, once-off payment of 4 Bitcoins. Blue Tanzanite with 112 ad shares, the big one, with a once-off payment of 8 Bitcoins. But your total profit per cycle with the blue Tanzanite is 694.4 Bitcoins. Now, if we take that on the current value in the market, and I want to give you the exact figure, 694.4, we're looking at almost $1.7 million. $1.7 million generated with a blue Tanzanite total profit per cycle. Now that's big money. That's huge. In any language and in any country, that's a lot of money. But you know, you can look at the profits and what the potential is. But one of the key ingredients, if you want to call it, in this business for me was the ability to change my current cash flow situation immediately. Because building something or getting involved in opportunity, you want to make a difference to your cash flow immediately, because you still have to put food on the table on a daily basis. You still have to put fuel in your car. You still have to pay your phone bill. You still have to do a lot of things on a daily basis just to keep your business going and just to keep your household going. And that's what we've got with Thrive International through the Instant Referral Commission. Because you can go and plan now of what exactly you need on a daily basis or a weekly basis. And if you just look at, let's say you need about $250 as a weekly cash flow, all that you have to do is to go and find one green Tanzanite with 7 ad shares, and your instant referral commission of 0.1 Bitcoin is $250. Now you can do it with a combination of yellows or a combination of bronze or whatever the case might be. But the point is that that instant referral commission, as soon as that person registers and pays, that commission will be available for you to withdraw. Now that makes a huge difference. Now if you look at a blue Tanzanite, for instance, with 1.6 Bitcoin as a referral commission, we are talking about $4,000 US just for signing up one blue Tanzanite. Now, as far as I understand, there's countries where that is a monthly salary. So that's huge, and you can make that up by just signing up one blue Tanzanite. And I tell you that that is definitely possible in this business. So let's look at the payouts, and this was in exactly 3 months. So from the 21st of February until the 21st of May, Thrive International paid out almost 90 Bitcoin to its members. That was physical withdrawals into their Bitcoin wallets. Over 200,000 US dollars in 3 months. That's huge. Now let's use one ad share as an example of how you're going to earn your income. And your total income from one ad share in a complete cycle is 12.4 Bitcoins. Half of that income will go into a retention wallet, half of it will go into a profit wallet. So 6.2 Bitcoins will go into a profit wallet, 6.2 Bitcoins will go into your retention wallet. The 6.2 Bitcoins in your profit wallet is available to withdraw. You can withdraw that on a daily basis if you've got enough profit there. And obviously your instant referral commission will go into the profit wallet as well. And you can withdraw that when that is available. But one of the biggest things for me from the beginning was to have a business finally that's going to be sustainable, and a business that's going to take care of my financial future for years to come. And that's what we've got in the retention wallet. What you need to understand from the retention wallet is that this wallet buys additional ad shares on your behalf all of the time. So as the money goes into that retention wallet, it buys new auto ad share on your behalf. And that forms part of your structure as well. That 2x2 force matrix, it goes into that structure all of the time. Now imagine 100 people, now 100 people in your business earning additional auto ad shares. What a difference is that going to make to the acceleration in your growth? And that retention wallet in one complete cycle will buy an additional 113 auto ad shares for you. So what is a cycle and how do you complete a cycle? A full cycle is when you fill up that 2x2 force matrix from level 1 to level 10, a total of 2,046 ad shares in your structure, and now you've completed the cycle. But completing a cycle, you have to go through 4 different profit levels. Now, profit level number 1 is when you get started with 1 ad share, and then you will have 2 ad shares on your level 1. Now, that qualifies you for earnings. You don't have any profits at this stage, but that qualifies you for income. But those 2 ad shares on your level 1 does not necessarily have to be direct referrals. It can also be spillover. It can also be ad shares placed there by the system because those were the next open positions in the matrix. And that's the beauty of this. It will grow underneath you even if you do not refer people yourself. But obviously, it accelerates your growth if you refer people yourself. Then profit level number 2 is when the same structure is filled up from level 1 to level 3, a total of 14 ad shares. The retention wallet now buys 1 extra auto ad share on your behalf, but a profit of 0.05 Bitcoin pays out to your profit wallet. Then profit level number 3 is when that same force matrix structure is filled up from level 1 to level 6, a total of 126 ad shares. The retention wallet now buys an additional 7 auto ad shares on your behalf, and a profit of 0.361 Bitcoins is paid into your profit wallet. Then profit level number 4 is when that structure is filled up from level 1 to level 10 completely, as I mentioned before, with 2,046 ad shares. The retention wallet now buys an additional 105 auto ad shares for you, and a profit of 5.772 Bitcoin is paid into your profit wallet. Now, if you add all of these profit levels together, that gives you your 6.2 Bitcoin profit per cycle, but also that 113 additional auto ad shares in your structure. But the important thing to think about is that each and every one of those auto ad shares generated for you will go through the exact same process of completing a cycle like your 1 ad share. Now, what does that mean to you? Just think about it. Every ad share going through a cycle and completing a cycle will generate the 6.2 Bitcoin profit. And now you have 113. So you've completed a cycle, and what happens now? The retention wallet automatically refinances that ad share and starts cycle number 2. And every single ad share in your matrix that completes a cycle and reach maturity will also follow you into cycle number 2. And that means that you only have to build a structure of 2046 ad shares once. And they keep on following you into cycle number 2, into cycle number 3, into cycle number 4. And let's say that the first cycle takes you 6 to 8 months to complete. What do you think is going to happen to cycle number 2? It's going to be faster. And cycle number 3, even faster. And eventually we will be cycling with ad shares on a weekly basis and earning a 6.2 Bitcoin profit every single week. And that's the potential of this business. But that's also just the tip of the iceberg, because with what's coming with the App 32 program and what's coming with our e-commerce platform, that's all additionals or add-ons to the business that will just grow the revenue of the company and make it so much stronger, and we will share in those profits along the way. Now, if you have any questions at this stage, you're more than welcome to type them in the chat, or simply just unmute your mic, ask your question, and I'll answer it to the best of my capabilities. Oh, Alex, you're in the house.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Still half asleep at 5 a.m.
I doubt that. I doubt that. Alex, can I ask you to share your story in Thai?
Yeah, sure. One of my girlfriends brought this to me back in February, and I wasn't interested in doing it, but I wanted to support her. So basically, I joined up and I sat and did nothing. I didn't even know my login. She set it all up for me, and in April, about the 26th of April, she came to me and she said, "You need to check your back office." I had no idea what she was talking about. I thought she was talking about our other business, so I had to get the details off her and log in, and I actually had made my money back and had a couple of $100 in there as well. And I thought to myself, wow, I've done absolutely nothing, and I've got all this money. And I said to myself, you know, if I actually had worked this, I could have had massive amount of money. So I decided to get off my backside and work it, and I've actually, since April 26, I've replaced my 9-to-5 income, and it's absolutely changed my family's life. It's the difference between putting steak on the table or having mince. You know, it's the difference between having secondhand clothes to going to the department store and buying clothes that my kids want and need. It's absolutely been life-changing. So yeah, it's an amazing opportunity we've got here, and I love it.
Thank you for that, Alex. Yeah, it is absolutely amazing, and we are changing a lot of lives in a major way. And you know, that's all that I wanted from any of these businesses that I joined in the past, is to change as many lives as possible. And that's what we've got with Thrive International, and that's what people need to understand. So, you know, it's so amazing to see these lives of people being changed. And I'm looking forward to this weekend. I cannot explain my excitement about what's happening this weekend with the launch of App 32 program and what we're bringing with that program. And Diane, I've seen your question. You're saying what's the best to join up first with. After this weekend, you will know exactly how to join and which package to choose, whether it's App 32 or directly into the matrix. But you will always find people that just want to invest. And when they want to invest, the matrix the biggest package that you can find in the matrix is the best way to go. So app 32 is going to be absolutely amazing, and you guys will see after this weekend exactly how app 32 is going to help and assist you to build your business.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Willie, again. I'll say my 2 sentences, and then obviously this is my time of departure. We like to have meetings right around the time my son gets off the school bus, but I appreciate you all getting on tonight. I know it's late in some of the places. I know it's early in some of the countries, but that speaks volumes to me. That means that you're serious and you want change and you want to better your family's future, et cetera, et cetera. I can tell you that you're in the right place at the right time. With just the culture and the communication and the leadership that is in place for you to succeed is unparalleled to what I've experienced. But make sure whoever invited you onto this call tonight, you get back to them and you have a really in-depth conversation on whether this is something that you're interested in doing. Now we don't push people in the corner and browbeat them into joining. We're not about that. We're here educating about a platform to where you can put your money in and let it make money rather than putting it in banks where it's just going to sit there and not do nothing and just circle. This is a platform where you can actually make money instantly, take it out, and enjoy your life, because that's what it's all about. So make sure you get back to the person who invited you on to this call and have that conversation. Really, really think about this. It's an unbelievable ride that we're having, and I'm just very honored and blessed to be a part of this movement. I can't imagine what my life is going to be like 6 months from now, let alone a year. It's just going to be just phenomenal. So, Willie, thank you so much again for taking the time out of your busy schedule, being a corporate trainer. You're always in the trenches. You're doing the behind-the-scenes work. You're getting things organized with the events. You're doing Zoom calls. You're doing this, and this. I'm telling you, this is the guy you want to lock arms with. He's been there. He understands. And this is what he's doing for us. So I'm so grateful to be partnered with you, brother, and everybody that's on this line tonight. Alex, Elizabeth, Ader, Simon out of Nigeria, one of my brothers down in Nigeria, absolutely leading the way down there. We got so many great leaders and entrepreneurs that are partaking in this movement, and they see the light. They see the light bulbs going off. Bitcoin's a great way to get paid. So think about that as well. So I got to go, you guys. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's same place, same time, right, brother?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that, Scott. And
see you guys.
just a reminder, if you want to be at that event in Joburg, you have to go and book your ticket. There's not a lot of tickets left. People are booking it like you cannot believe, and there are going to be amazing prices. We've got tablets and smartphones and things like that we are going to give away, and you will get a taste of what is to come in Thrive International in the next few weeks and the next few months. So go and book your ticket, get people to that event, and we will all see you again tomorrow night. Yeah, same time, same place. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Willie.
Good night, Willie. Happy to be back.
Thank you.
Thank you.